All right, let's look at the Laplace transform of f prime of t, which comes out to be s times Laplace transform of f of t minus f of 0. Right? And also the definition of Laplace transform is given here. All right, before we get started, I'm going to make this assumption. We have to make this assumption every time we use a Laplace transform. We assume that the limit of e to the negative st times f of t as t approaches infinity is equal to 0. Because otherwise, this improper integral, which is the definition of Laplace transform, might not converge. Right? So let's look at this. Right? Start with Laplace transform f prime of t. Right? By following the definition, we have integral from 0 to infinity e to the negative st times f prime of t with respect to t. Right? So I'm going to apply integration by parts. Here's my way. I'm going to take the derivative of the first guy, which is negative s e to the negative st. I'm going to take an antiderivative of the second guy, which gives us just the f of t. So I'm going to multiply diagonally. So e to the negative st times f of t gives us this, right? And t goes from 0 to infinity. And then I'm going to multiply this way, so I'm going to get a v du. Right? So since you have a negative s, I'm going to turn it into positive s. So you have positive s times integral from 0 to infinity. You have e to the negative st here, and then you have f of t there with respect to t. All right, so let's evaluate the first term here. All right, so as t approaches infinity, we know that this guy approaches 0, so that was the assumption. All right, then minus, we plug in 0 for t, so e to the 0 is 1, and then you have f of 0. So we're going to get minus f of 0. And the second term is easy to tell. It's s times. This is the exact definition of the Laplace transform of f of t. So we put plus s times Laplace transform of f of t. Right? Then we can just switch these terms. We get exactly what we want. Therefore, Laplace transform of f prime of t is equal to s times Laplace transform of f of t minus f of 0. Right? That's it. I hope that this was clear.